Hi everyone, today I want to talk about the horse in Diablo 4. A lot of people seem not really aware of how exactly it works, so I want to show you maybe a few tricks of how you can use it to go faster. So first things first, you unlock the horse in Act 4 in the campaign, so on your first playthrough you will get it relatively early, and then you'll have it forever for all of your characters. When you start level 1, you can have the horse. So this is already quite useful because level 1 characters are generally quite slow. One thing that a lot of people don't know is that you can actually control the speed of your horse with your mouse. So if you're playing with mouse and keyboard, you can actually speed up and slow down. You can see this here in action. I can do the RP walk if my cursor is very close to my character, and then as I increase the distance, the horse will go faster. Now, unfortunately, the technology is not there to make this work on controller apparently, so controllers are just always kind of like mediocre or so, I don't know exactly, but I know it's definitely worse than going maximum speed on mouse and keyboard. So for now, there's nothing you can do about it as far as I know, and you just have to wait until Blizzard does something about it. So that is a bit unfortunate. I hope that gets fixed very soon, because it's obviously relatively stupid that controlled players are just like at a disadvantage there, but this is how it is. Now come the boosts. So you see you have those free boosts here, and they recharge every, I think, 10 seconds or so. Number one is they actually scale with cooldown reduction. So when you have cooldown reduction on your gear, they actually come back faster. So that's kind of cool. And generally, a lot of builds actually do roll cooldown reduction on their helm and their amulet. So you can actually speed up your horse like this. Movement speed does nothing for your horse. And you want to use those boosts a little bit systematically. So you see here now I'm like slowly walking, and you see it's like relatively slow. But when you press space, you will speed up, and then you can press space again. You can go even faster. And then you can press space again, and it doesn't really do all that much. So it seems to me that generally the optimal way is to kind of try to run with 2 boosts at a time and kind of save the third charge until the first one comes back. And then as soon as you see the horse slowing down, you will just use it again. So don't just spam it like 3 times, because it doesn't really help too much the third time, unless you know you only have to go a very short distance. If you have to go longer distances, I felt it was usually the best to just like press 2 boosts and then try to kind of like let it run as long as possible. And then you do another boost, and then it comes back and it comes back again, etc. But eventually, at least when you go for longer than like 20-30 seconds in a row or so, you will get to this point where you don't have any boosts available, and you will just slow down inevitably. Now, depends on the class you're playing, but a lot of classes do have some tools to go fast. So for example, on the rogue, I would actually mount down, do evade, 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 dash, and another evade, and another dash, and another evade. And then your horse is back, and you can mount up again, and you have 3 boosts again. So at least on a rogue, or maybe on something like a barb with leap, or on a sork with teleport and evade teleports, you can actually speed up by mounting down and then using all of your cooldowns and then mounting up again, because the mount will be back. And lastly, one thing about using the horse in town. Now in town you cannot use any abilities, you see everything is grayed out, and it's the same for the horse. You cannot actually press space to get the boosts. And the thing is that the horse is not actually all too fast in town. I would say it's roughly the equivalent of like 150% movement speed character or so. And I'm going to show this in action here. So we're going to start here at this gate, and you're going to go to the other side of the gate. And you have the timer in the bottom right corner here. So you can see this here, it's just like walk up there. It does take quite a long time. And if a character has any kind of like decent movement speed, then you can actually reach the other side faster by just walking. And I'm going to show this again here. So this is just my character without the horse. I'm going to start the timer, and we're going to run up there. And you're going to see it's going to be significantly faster than the horse actually was, because I just have pretty decent movement speed, and you can use the evades. I actually didn't even use all the charges. But even if you have only 1 evade charge and then like a movement speed after evade pair of boots instead of the maximum charges, it is also very, very good. So you see that's all like over a second faster. And my character has 160% base movement speed. So what this means that in town, horses are relatively useless unless you're like very low level. So again, as a low level character, you probably don't have that much movement speed by default. And mounting up is actually better, because it's just, yeah, as I said, it's probably around 150% or so. In any case, I hope this little video helps you. I wish you good luck in Diablo 4, and see you guys next time.